Hey, and welcome to Taliko, a short project based around an RMC roller coaster. So, this project, as you may have seen in the title, is not a single project by myself. I'm actually being joined by AdfoTV, who is a really good custom content creator on Planet Coaster as well. So, yeah, Adfo, how are you doing?
Hey Bear, I'm doing good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing it as well, thank you. So, as you can see in the background right now, I'm doing custom supporting, and I've already done some stuff, and you'll get thrown in a little bit maybe. That's because, yeah, blame me, I forgot to record some parts. And, well, the project actually started off with a concept of the inversion you're going to see in this shot right now, which is a zero G stall, a famous element for RMC roller coasters. And I decided to do like a, I don't know, can you say arch? I'm not sure. Maybe it's like an arch support. It's...
Yeah, I think an arch is quite accurate.
Yeah, well, a similar supporting technique is found on the roller coaster Goliath at Six Flags. Oh, you got me there. I actually have no idea.
The coaster expert.
Well, it's an RMC as well, and it has a pretty interesting supporting technique on the lift hill and the zero G stall, which is similar to the one I did here. And
Great America, by the way.
Great America. Okay, so
yeah.
We got that. And well, so first part is going me doing some custom supporting, and if you guys are actually interested in me explaining that technique further and a little bit more in depth, I guess I could do a video on that one as well. Just let me know in the comments, because I'm actually not sure if anybody of you is actually interested in that. But I'm not going to show the whole process at all of the supporting, because after a while it's just repeating the same steps and it's really time consuming, and I guess you guys are more here for some progress, right? So in the second half you're gonna see Adfo doing the landscaping and foliage for the parts I'm supporting right here.
Yeah.
And right, Adfo, can you tell us a little bit about the climate and setting of the coaster?
Well, sure. We talked a little bit about the setting, and we sketched out some ideas, and basically after a while we decided to go with an African setting, which means a little bit of rocky, dry desert stuff, and yeah, not really desert. It's a little more green than a typical desert, but
yeah, it's kind of a savanna, right? Savanna?
I think, yeah, that's...
Is that even an English word? I don't know.
I'm not sure, but I think so, yeah, it should be. So yeah, our basic idea was to go with an African setting, but not straight up Middle Africa, but with some Northern African inspirations, at least in the buildings.
Right.
So it's not really too accurate, but more the fantasy type of Africa you could expect from a theme park like Disney or whatever.
Exactly. And if you guys have wondered about the name Taliko,
oh, yeah.
It actually has an origin being from the African myths. And originally, well, Adfo, can you tell us a little bit about it? Because you're the expert there, I guess.
The expert, wow. Well, the name Taliko is based on Taliko. I'm not sure if that's pronounced correct.
Well, it's basically the same name with an E, right?
Yeah, correct. And it's, as you said, it's based in African mythology, and it's the name of the spirit of hot and dry desert winds. And we thought it's quite fitting for the theme, and well, we like the name as well. So we decided to go with that, and yeah.
Yeah, it also fits the characteristic of an RMC. I actually haven't ridden one yet. I can't really talk a lot about it, but I feel like, especially for the layout and setting, it's like a dusty, dry thing, being there on its own, and kind of, I don't know how to say it, but it kind of fits the characteristic, I suppose.
Yeah, I totally agree on that. I mean, as I said earlier, the landscaping is quite dry and hot, like a desert. So, yeah, it should fit there, and I think the layout, as you said, the coast's layout, as you said, is quite fitting as well, because it's, if I'm correct, quite low to the ground in lots of parts and fast.
Yeah, very terrain based.
Yeah, I think it's quite fitting.
Okay, so about the layout, it's actually only featuring one real inversion, which is being the 0G stall you can see here. And in this aerial shot, you can see how this layout is actually set up. It's a sort of out and back layout, I guess.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, it's actually quite short, being with a write time of... Insert write time here.
I think minute and a half.
Yeah, something around that. And it's relatively short. And that's also the reason because I actually have to fully custom support it. And that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And it's not supposed to be a huge project again. As some of you may know, my current Mexican project, Montezuma, is not even half finished, and we reached episode 11 already. And well, we are planning to do this on a shorter span. Like, what did we say? Around
5 to 10
5 episodes?
Episodes, I think, was the plan. Depending on how much in detail we will go, and that's a good point to ask our viewers, I guess, because later on when we come to the buildings, it could be quite boring to watch us to build a lot of buildings and also the supports for the coaster. The question is if our viewers want to see you build a lot of supports, or if it's more like, okay, we have seen how supports work, go on, show us something new. Same goes for the terraforming and foliage stuff. So it's up to you guys.
I mean, yeah, that's actually what defines the length of the whole project in the end.
Yeah.
If you guys want to see more stuff about it, then we're gonna do it on a longer scale. If you guys want to see less on the actual details and more want to see progress, it's gonna be a shorter span project. And that also leads us to the point of the frequency of episodes. So we thought it would be the best way to release one episode each week, being around the weekend, I suppose. And this time it's my channel, and next week it's gonna be AdfoTV's channel.
Yeah, correct.
And yeah, as of now we plan to release one episode a week, which is actually quite frequently, I suppose, for the content we're actually gonna make with the whole custom supporting and stuff. And the plan was to not show everything like custom supports and just show some real-time footage in between, showing some progress. But that totally depends on you guys, so I would like to see your guys' opinion on that.
Yeah, I'm totally curious what our viewers think, so I'm up for it, yeah.
So the architecture is actually kind of inspired by North African sorry there, North African buildings, but the foliage and landscaping is rather based off South or Mid-African inspirations, right?
To be honest, I've got no idea, because I've never been in Africa before. So I just googled African images and started with some rocks, which are like the brown tones of them, and yeah, I think it's a bit more foliage than you would expect from a desert, so I'm not sure if that's Mid-African or North or South African. I'm not sure about that.
It's basically having a lot of theme park influences, I guess. So we're taking the African concept and turning it into something theme park-ish, I suppose.
Yeah, it's not too accurate. That's for sure. It's more on the theme park fantasy side. That's for sure, yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna see the next episode on your channel on the next week.
Yeah, that's correct.
So I would really like some feedback and recommendations from you guys, because we are still managing out stuff. And actually a good question there, what do you guys think about the track color? And do you guys have any recommendations? Because we have been fiddling around with that for quite some time.
Oh yeah.
Well, currently it's not the really light green that you can see in the timelapse right now. I'm gonna show a shot of the current color. It's slightly darker, a little more grayish, but still the green. Because
yeah, I totally dislike the green in the time lapses.
And well, if you guys have any ideas or what you want to see color-wise and stuff, let us know, because we're actually really interested and currently debating what we should do there.
Yeah, we totally up for some suggestions of the viewers, that's for sure.
Exactly. So, was nice having you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And I guess we're gonna see you on the weekend again next week on your channel. So you guys should definitely check him out and subscribe so you don't miss the footage, an episode. And see ya then. Bye.
Bye guys.